When you think of Yosemite, you generally don't think of steep free climbing. There's certainly a few formations and a few pitches here and there that, are pretty steep by trad climbing standards and by Yosemite standards, but certainly not sport climbing standards. It's the pinnacle of what steep, hard, big wall free climbing in Yosemite looks like.
I would be flipping through the guidebook and I'd always see that photo of Honnold in the roof.
And you're just like, what is this? How do you just free climb a big wall with no shirt and shorts, just making it look totally casual,
Clap or anything? Or just going for it? Whole tower is only, 6 or 8 pitches, depending on how you pitch it out. Like, it's not that big, but it just means that each pitch is pretty hard.
There's 5 or 6 513 pitches on the route, but there's like this one distinct crux 13D.
The challenge of Wet Lycra Nightmare for Jordan is that the crux of the route is near his max bouldering effort. He's just really close to the edge. It's like this is almost as hard as he can possibly pull.
Come on. Good. Super solid. Come on. Come on. Tight. Come on. Come on. Good. Super good. Nice, Jordan. Nice, dude. Come on.
The rest of the route is all sort of general endurance-y climbing, which he's good at, and he has plenty of experience with free climbing and all cap, and so for him to prepare for the route, he needs to be in peak bouldering shape.
Yeah, nice.
I'd made plans to start working on Wet Lycra Nightmare by myself in the spring. I'd heard that Sam was interested in trying it, and he was someone I was keen to climb with. Sam's basically the new kid on the block. He's done a few hard routes on El Cap and a few routes elsewhere in the valley.
The 2 times that I've climbed with Sam, I've been like, he's a strong kid. Progressing well with Yosemite climbing, climbing harder walls each season and then doing them in a day and things like that.
Jordan reached out and was like, hey, if you need a partner for Wet Lycra, keep me in mind, and I was like, perfect.
Sam and I worked on the route for about a month together. Our goal was to try and free climb it as a team in a day.
So the plan was to swing leads, breaking up all the crux pitches all the way to the top.
One down. Thanks, Sam.
Pitch 5, which is the crux roof. The pitch starts out with easier moves out this crack, and then you get into this sweet roof with these massive jugs. And you campus across these jugs, and you're like, oh yeah, so rad. And then you do this V9 boulder problem on these sweet pinches, and you do this crazy flip to this mantle.
The crux revolves around this one difficult hold that I remember Todd Skinner calling the hideous taco, this sort of flaring taco shell shaped thing. It's like a pocket that's hard to hold because it kind of flares outward.
Yep.
Come on. Good.
I do this all points up sideways dyno at the very end of the pitch, and it's not super hard necessarily, but it's you're jumping, and anytime you jump off the wall, I guess there's a possibility you're gonna fall.
I'm so hot. That felt so good, dude. Okay. Sick, dude. Thanks. Oh, felt so much better than all the working days. Just a million times better. Pumped though.
It's so hot!
It's so hot.
But Sam and I were trying to free climb it as a team in a day together. And I decided to pull the plug on my ascent, and I supported him to the top. And Sam was psyched to keep going.
He decided to throw in the towel and support me for the rest of the day because I was feeling really good. This is such a comfy belay.
Right, dude. You got it. You alright? Yeah. There's so much drag, it's hard to climb. Wet Lycra nightmare. Boom. Big day. So psyched. Dreaming.
Yeah, always feels good to send.
At the end of the day, I think it's pretty proud that he was able to make such quick work of Wet Lycra Nightmare. Afterwards, I was like, okay, cool, like sick, dude. You're already too good for me to climb with anymore. You're gonna need to go find somebody else. I'm still chipping away at this thing.
My initial instinct when I started working this route was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this over one day. I wanna climb this route because I'm inspired by the other people who have done it. But everybody who's done it has done it in a day.
You know, everybody sort of aspires to like a clean, nice style where you just walk up, you climb the whole thing, you're down by lunch, everyone has a good day.
But then it's easy to get caught up in like, all right, now I'm striving to do it the way that they did it, which it might not make sense for me. Reflect back on myself and like, okay, how can I do this? And what experience am I going for that's gonna make me happy? I'm just gonna go and try and do it over 2 days and have just a casual, enjoyable ascent.
Breaking trail up to the leaning tower.
You don't actually start the climbing at the base of the leaning tower. By the time you're like actually putting on your shoes, you're already like half the way up this big wall. And it's in the steepest position, and so it just feels more outrageous.
Wet Lycra and the Westy Face share the same first two pitches. There's pitch 3. It's the crux of the Westy Face. It's just like really enjoyable climbing. And then that takes you right to the King Mattress, which is Ahwahnee Ledge, home base. One really nice thing about climbing on the tower is that you're never worried about like whipping onto some heinous slab. I mean, of course Jordan like fell into the hole and everything, but
This is the hole that I fell into. It's about the size of the cannonball. My foot went, and so this scraped my shin on my way down.
took a big chunk out of his shin. We pulled this bone.
Oh.
Oh no.
Where'd it go?
Right there.
Gonna keep that for sure.
So, and besides that, it's pretty safe up there to be whipping. So, yeah.
nice.
Nice, dude.
Okay, Sam, you can take me off.
Cool. Nice.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, Jordan. Come on. Good. Good. Press it out. Press it out. Come on, try. Try hard, man.
I clapped.
You clap good.
I clapped.
Yeah, that's a start. Come on. Come on, pinch it, man. Pinch. Get that heel in there. Very good.
No. Oh, I kicked myself off.
Yeah.
I'm feeling the friction and I keep hitting my wrist on the mini ramp. Just trying to really enjoy the process, you know? Trying to be process oriented, not outcome oriented. And some Hazel Finley mindfulness for you right there.
Well, dude, good job today. I mean, at least
Thanks.
like you're gonna be well rested for the bouldering sesh.
I mean, I'm the one that's trying to climb this wall again, and I'm trying to do it over 2 days. Sam's already done it, so he's like, maybe staying on the ledge. Maybe that's not fun.
It isn't fun.
All right, dude. Have a good night.
All right, see you, Jordan.
I have abandonment issues, even with my climbing partners. It's so sad. I have a lot of doubt because if I can't do this pitch, can't do the rest of the route, so.
You slept up here last night?
Yep, I slept up here, I watched Miracle, got psyched and inspired. Sam, my partner, who was blowing me yesterday, got sick, so he's not able to come back to support me today. So now other Sam, behind that camera, people, is coming to play the rest of the day. This is a real team effort, you know?
Oh yeah. Max is getting ready to shoot. He's in position. Yes!
Got one more pitch. Psyched to top out this glorious day. I have to get our headlamps ready.
I can't see anything below me. I feel like I don't know where I am. This feels like a dream. A slightly scary, but really awesome dream. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
That was sick.
Good for you.
That was a really fun day.
Really fun.
Yeah, that was the experience I wanted.